Welcome to Urban Grind TV, the Midwest's longest running, 28-time award-winning hip-hop showcase. Y'all already know what it is. It's Thought Boy Zello, aka SMG Zello, live here from Chicago. Tonight we're honored to sit down with the dynamic duo fuses Bay Area, Detroit, all while carrying the powerful Christian message to uplift communities. Let's welcome RND to the show, man.
Thank you.
Hey man, the travel to get here, man. How was y'all safe travels, man?
Oh man,
It was cool.
yeah, we got to have some great conversations. Thinking about everything that's next, podcasts and stuff like that. Just getting in our creative bag. You feel me?
For sure, most definitely. Speaking of y'all creative bag, now y'all from different hometowns, right? So you got the Bay Area mixing with the Detroit. Like, how did y'all come up with y'all name, RND? How did that come about?
So I'll say that I did have a stage name beforehand, and it was about as average as it could get.
Yeah.
And so I just figured, you know what, my government name is dope as it is, so I'm gonna just stick with that. You feel me?
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And then my artist name is Renegade, so we put the R and then added the D to it, made it RND.
No, for sure. That's hard. That's hard. You say, oh yeah, my name is good enough, bro.
You feel me though?
Oh, bro,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
God given.
No, most definitely. So like, what early like legendary Bay or Detroit artists inspired y'all sound right now?
Specifically Bay and Detroit. Man.
Since we on that topic,
Yeah.
it could be anybody that inspired you all sound.
Yeah.
But like from your hometown, who inspired you as well as your the idols that you look up to?
Yeah.
I think for me at least, I would say that in terms of like hyphiness and energy, E40 from the Bay Area really inspired me. Like I just love the way that he could just turn up any single party, all of his music, everybody knows him, and he's just that guy. And so he's not just like this Bay Area legend, but he's super approachable too, and that's how he portrays himself. Almost like a grandfather of Bay Area music, you feel me?
Definitely.
Yeah, I think 40 Water for sure for me. Mac Dre, Too Short, Sage the Gemini a little bit too. Sage the Gemini went to Fairfield High School, which is right around the corner from my house. And so he used to work at the Chipotle right by us when he dropped Gas Pedal. And I was in high school. That song blew up. So from the Detroit side, I think a little bit of Eminem, but I say Royce the 5'9" for me.
Same.
Yeah, Royce the 5'9" is just a crazy lyricist, wordplay, Big Sean.
For sure. So yeah, y'all inspired by some big, huge names in the game right now, especially, and that's crazy. Like, what's some like memories that y'all could share with us that don't nobody understand or know that influenced your music and the reason why you make these musics from your hometown, or something that you done went through personally to show you this is why you made the steps in taking your music to this lane?
One of the things that really inspired me, I say this too, we talk about, giving flowers and stuff to those that were before us, like my pops. He really inspired me. He's actually my stepfather, not my biological father, but that's my dad all day, you feel me? And so, like when I first started to listen to the music that he made, he really inspired me because it wasn't like anything I'd listened to before. It was really, it was fun. I could turn up to it, but also I could really listen to the lyrics. And at first I was like 5 or 6, so I wasn't listening to that. But as I got older, I began to appreciate his lyricism. And so when I first started to write my own lyrics, I would go to him for advice all the time. Like, oh, how should I say this? Like, these are the things that I've been, trying to write. I used to be afraid of sharing my stuff with anybody. And so one of the things that really inspired me was I want to be able to give the confidence to be the person that, God made you to be to whoever listens to our stuff. And so coming from that end of insecurity and thinking like maybe I'm not good enough, still just having the gall to say, look, this is who I am, and this is how I flow, and this is what God told me to do. And if you don't like that, oh well, you don't have to rock with it, but you're gonna love it.
For me, I mean, I would say it's a lot of things I could say to that, but the biggest one for me, I think, was I battled with addiction for about 5 or 6 years, and I went to recovery. And when I went to recovery, I was listening to the song Swimming Pools by Kendrick, which was always one of my favorite songs, but we used to play it at all the parties where I go.
Favorite song
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
As a shorty, before I even understood music, that was like one of my favorites.
Yeah, for me too. And so, you know, I used to get drunk and high like every day. Like I was hooked on it. I needed it. And when I was listening to Swimming Pools back then, this song was about partying and getting drunk, right? But when you listen to it deeper, especially extended version, I realized the song was actually about his desire to get sober, and that, you know, a lot of the stuff that he fell into was from peer pressure and these different situations he got himself into. And that third verse is more social commentary about all the negativity that can come with that when you get hooked on it, you lean on it, and that becomes the thing. He said at one point in that verse, as the window opened, I released everything that corrode inside of me, you know, talking about like when he's blowing the smoke out the window. And I was just like, man, that's my life, you know, that's where I'm at right now. And so that was one of those songs that really motivated me when I was in recovery and got me sober.
That's crazy. No, that's big, especially for the people out there that's dealing with addiction and stuff like that. They really be needing that actual show and that growth that somebody can do that, and they can actually be a person out there. Everybody, like, just go tap in. There's a lot of places you can go to get this done and be the person that you want to be, just like this person right here, right now, to come and do big, great things. It's crazy. And like, speaking of big and great things, like, how does your faith, like, you know, I understand that y'all doing everything core faith. How does that, like, you know, shape the hip hop and spoken word that you, like, how does it differentiate from what do you choose to say in spoken word and what do you choose to say in your hip hop tracks and stuff like that? How do you go about coming up with that?
I think at least for me personally, like my process when it comes to how to formulate the music is always starting with, what do I want to say? Like, cause I mean, we were talking about it before, but like, we could say technically anything. Anyone can put lyrics over a beat and call it a song. But why am I doing it? I'm always trying to look for my why when I'm trying to write something. And so the core, as you said, is our faith. And so like we always start with like, okay, I want to share an aspect of how, you know, Jesus has changed me, or how Jesus is a part of my life. And so I think for the songs, it's like, okay, how can I best share this aspect of my life with the audience that I'm trying to reach? And with the spoken words, it's about the same thing. I think for me too, like with the spoken words, it gets a little more, you know, deep, a little more personal. There are some things that like maybe I wouldn't put in a song because they sound
you can go a little bit more poetic with the spoken word.
Yeah. And so I think with that same thing, like how can I show the things that I've struggled with, the you know, battles behind closed doors that I wouldn't usually tell people about, but I can use spoken word as a way of releasing that. And how can I still use those struggles and tie them back to, you know, my relationship with Jesus? We got a song coming out in our next EP, Act 4 Soul, and it's called Dear God. And so it messes with that.
The EP is called what?
Act 4 Soul.
That's hard. That's hard. I mess with that.
Yeah.
I gotta go tap in with that. Definitely Act 4 Soul.
Yes.
That's hard. That's hard.
Coming soon.
What's the name of the track on there?
It's called Dear God. It'll be the first one on that EP.
In.
And so we get really personal about things that we struggle with, even just within the last, you know, year being in Detroit and stuff like that. And so it still about those struggles, but at the same time ties it all back to we're here still because we love God and we love people. And we're gonna talk about him with everybody that we possibly can.
For sure. Could y'all give us, okay, because y'all went from, I'm talking about like just being able to collab y'all sound and agree on the message that y'all have and push it, and then also just go faithfully into it and continue to grow. It's like that's big, especially because you don't really have too many people that can do that. Some people get into it over money, some people get into it over like spotlight, but you have people out there that really have the same common goal and reaching the same audience and trying to actually change people's lives with this. Now, speaking of that, is there like anybody that y'all personally understood or was able to see that y'all music changed their life or changed the way that they live in your neighborhood? Or it don't even got to be in your neighborhood. It could be just by someone hearing your music or somebody tell you like, hey, this changed me or this helped me out a lot.
Yeah, I think the biggest impact I've seen is through the youth, you know, because I'm a youth minister. His job requires him to work with different organizations, and sometimes it's youth groups. So we do a lot of work with youth in the neighborhood. And honestly, I would say maybe it's a roommate. I think, you know, he's had to reevaluate and think through some things based on just lyrics that he's heard in our songs and stuff like that. I don't know if I have like a specific lyric for you off the top of my head, but I know that, you know, we've had a major impact on him over the couple of years that we've known him, and since he's moved in, become a roommate to us. So yeah, I mean, I think for the youth, a lot of times it's just, it may be not even just the lyrics themselves. I think the lyrics are hard hitting, but it's like the idea, like you said with the recovery thing, that somebody does this differently, you know? The idea that somebody who lives in my neighborhood, who goes through the same struggles I go through, can do it and create clean, you know, God glorifying music as opposed to glorifying themselves, and really just to live our lives that way too, you know, because that's who we are. Who we are in the music is who we are in real life too, you know.
For sure, and y'all live that. So have y'all ever been like restricted or restrained from certain things in the industry because of the way you about to choose to do your music, or like has somebody ever tried to blackball you, or you see what I'm saying, because of like, we want to hear that. Can you give us like an example?
Off the top of my head, we really haven't had, God has just opened door after door. We really haven't had too many experiences like that. We've had a few times where, you know, maybe somebody didn't want to collab with us because we keep our music clean, or because, you know, the message maybe isn't something that they vibe with, and that's fine. But we haven't really had too many doors closed that I've seen. I'm sure there's ones we never got open to us because you know what I mean? I'm confident in that.
Because people don't always gotta tell you like, hey.
Yeah, they just know they're not.
No, you're cool. We're gonna get back with you, and then never call. So for sure.
Right.
But yeah. So like, you never had no problems with that. That's actually a great sign though, because that means like, the more you further your agenda, you don't have to worry about too much people like closing those doors. The more doors you can open, the more you can open it up for the youth, for the people that you around you. Like, it's definitely like big steps that goes to that, and that's great. Hats off to y'all, man. Y'all crazy with it, man.
Thank you.
With the spoken word, like, how do you ensure what goes into your pieces? Like, how do you finalize it?
I think for spoken word, what we like to do with the spoken word is we like to really incorporate as much creativity as possible, not just with the words that we say, but in how we deliver them and how we play off of each other, especially like we're doing something that requires us to, you know, do it at the same time or do it together, however. And that process, to us, I think it's on the one hand a little bit challenging because we do have to
I was definitely gonna ask you about that. Is it challenging to keep the modern day style into the spoken word, or is it just because of the message you're trying to send out, it's harder to decide what goes into it? Or it's like, you see what I'm saying?
I think it depends on the topic to a certain extent. Depends on the speed that you choose. You know, spoken word is really got a rhythm to it, you know, because it's not the exact same as rapping, but you are performing a cappella, and so because there is no track to back you, you've really got to pace yourself. You know, you got to set the pace that the listener is supposed to be listening to. If you get off rhythm in your delivery, then it's gonna sound weird, you know what I mean? So for a spoken word, you really have to almost be the drums and the vocals. Like, you've got to keep the rhythm and the tempo the whole time. And so within that rhythm that you set, you really got to be careful about your word placement and choicing, because just like with a song, in a spoken word, the beginning and the ending is everything, right? I've got to hook you into the topic I'm talking about, and I've got to end it somehow. You know, even if the bars in the middle is dope, it don't mean nothing if you kind of end it on a weird note, or if you don't start it off catching their attention.
No, for sure. And we can't give them too much right now, but we'll be right back. You already know it's Stop Boy Zello. Don't go nowhere. RND. Get off D&D. Let's go.
Hey, bro, that's a bar, yo. It's RND, get off D&D. I'm gonna use that.
Step onto the stage at Urban Grind Studios, featuring a professional TV set with a full stage, dynamic lighting, and top-tier production capabilities. Whether you're filming a show, recording content, or creating high-quality visuals, we've got the setup to bring your vision to life. We also offer a state-of-the-art podcast studio with a Rodcaster Pro, professional mics, and in-studio monitors for flawless sound. Need crystal-clear wireless audio? Our professional-grade Saramonic wireless audio system with 4 microphones ensures top-quality sound for any production. Our photography studio is perfect for headshots, brand shoots, and content creation with premium lighting and backdrops. Need to record music or voiceovers? Our on-site recording studio is available for high-quality productions. Expand your reach with podcast distribution, TV and radio packages, and exclusive content placement services. And we keep it comfortable, with a fridge stocked for guests, easy parking, and a designated smoking area. Book your session today. Call 1-888-380-1913 or visit urbangrindtv.com.
What's going on? It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music is My Business. And I'm here to tell you about the Music Royalty Registration Program. That's right, you can monetize your music and secure your rights with the 14 to 16 essential registrations to protect and maximize your earnings. But why choose this program? Great question. How about getting paid for every stream, download, or play? Save time and effort with expert guidance. Ensure proper credit and ownership. And there's also those music licensing opportunities. For more information, visit urbangrindtv.com or call us at 888-380-1913. Hit the line up and get your grind up.
Hey, y'all already know what it is. It's Stop Boy Zello, and we gonna hop right back into it because RND been having some gems. They've been dropping real life gems on your boy, and we gonna just get back into it with the music. Like, y'all first single, how did that come about?
Very first single. I think
That's Heat Wave.
Heat Wave, yeah. So that story is kind of cool, just because it was one of the first times where we were really growing in our talent and in how we developed our lyrics. And so for us, that was a bit of an experimental piece where we wanted to kind of see how much we could, develop dope rhyme schemes, and we wanted to see if we could stay on topic about just whatever the case was, whatever we were thinking of at that time. And I don't know, we were just hanging with our friend who was helping us to mix and master this stuff. We recorded at his apartment back in our hometown. I got my pops to come through, and he was helping us with just spitting different game at us, helping us figure out how we could spit certain things. And so that very first single was, it was actually really fun to us because we got to see how far we had come over the time that we had started writing music together. And it also showed us that we had so much more, such greater capacity for growth.
For sure.
Fun fact about that track too, shout out to Sumi, the friend he talking about who we recorded it at,
Yes,
was
sir.
the engineer of the track. Right after that, got placed a song on All American on the TV show on Netflix.
All American, that's what's
Yeah.
up. I actually watched that.
Yeah.
bet.
So he moved to LA like right after he made that track with us, and he went and got something placed on All American.
That's crazy. That's big moves coming from y'all, especially, bro. So y'all split duties though with production, writing, and performance. Like, what does a studio session look like for y'all?
Man, well, for one, it depends if we got lyrics already or not. A lot of times, just to maximize our time, because we both work a lot, we'll try to come prepared to record, you know? But sometimes it's a writing session. Sometimes we ain't got the beat yet. It really kind of depends on if we got the beat already. But I'd say most of the time, we come with the lyrics ready to go. And so one of us puts on the producer, engineer kind of hat and is doing the tracking and working on the levels and doing everything while the other person's recording the vocals. And then, you know, we'll switch roles. I'll go in and I'll start recording. He'll kind of be handling the engineering side of it. So, you know, you got to just kind of learn where things need to be at. And we kind of coach each other up too, as the listener, kind of being like, man, I feel like, you know, you got to say this different. I feel like you got to emphasize this word, enunciate this better.
What was y'all most like inspired or spiritual like collaboration that pushed y'all to like yeah, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this further, like that, I gotta keep going?
Yeah, man, there have been a lot of those. Like off the top of my head, I can name at least 3. 2 of them are gonna be on that project we were talking about before. But for me, I think we got another song coming out soon called Needs. And Needs, that was, you know, Renegade came up to me and he was like, hey, yo, I found this beat. And it's like a rap worship beat. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, let's hear it. And I loved it. Like when I first heard it, he showed it to me. I was like, dang, like this is fire. And so we wanted to challenge ourselves and see, you know, what we could write to that. And so I was able to come up with a hook in like 10 minutes. That never happened before. And
we had to sing on the hook. We had never tried singing before. And we, on that next EP, we get into gospel. We got like 3 records that's going into gospel. But we had never tried that before. We had to push ourselves.
And definitely.
Auto-tune helped out a little bit, but...
Nah,
right.
I know, I definitely been there before. I definitely know. But nah, that don't take away from the creativity and the time and the work that y'all put in to actually do this and actually get the track done. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy work, man. Like, I know y'all visuals is like big. Like, y'all big on stage performance, Brandon. What can they expect next?
In terms of just being on stage?
Just
well, for one, talking about Brandon, the R&D merch about to drop.
Oh yeah, what that is? I'm gonna definitely need one of them. I'm gonna definitely need one of them. Hard. I'm gonna definitely need one of them. That's hard.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's the next thing I think for the Brandon. Podcast too. We're about to start podcasting. Yeah, I mean, as far as live performances go, what you think?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we got some stuff going on in September, I think in August too, right?
Yeah, we got stuff every month. We got show on July 19th.
Yes.
In Detroit, City Covenant Church.
Most definitely. So they basically got some stuff that y'all need to be watching out for, bro. Definitely. Absolute. So like, okay, so what makes R&D R&D? What are the elements? Like, what can you take from your tracks and be like, oh yeah, that's the reason why we R&D?
I think lyricism. You know, if like the first thing that comes to my head is like we want to give you something that you can really chew on. You feel me? Like, because, and not just like, oh hey, we're rhyming a bunch of different words, but like we're giving you a real like story, or we're giving you something that you can really digest. And I think that's one of the things that kind of stands out about us, and that we really emphasize in all of our music, is we're gonna give you lyrics that you can resonate with.
I think, you know, faith, obviously, but to me, faith is like a good pair of shades. You know what I mean? Like that's just the tint that we see the world through. So we're gonna be talking about the same things anybody else would talk about, but through the lens of our faith, right? So, you know, there's drugs and alcohol and sex and violence and everything that you might see or encounter in the world around you, politics even, that's all in our lyrics too, but we talking about it through a different lens, you know?
So what would R&D send to the next generation? Like, what would y'all message be for the next up and coming generation behind you all?
Yeah. One of the things that I've noticed, at least, is that people in our generation and in the generation after us, there's a hunger for something more. Like, you know, there's been so much just the commercialization of everything, and everything is so, oh, you know, get it now, get, you know, everything that you want immediately, or if you don't, then there's something wrong with you. There's so much worth put into material things. And and the next generation is hungry for more. You know, they want something that's beyond just like what we can, you know, touch and feel or whatever. And so I think that one of the things that we can say to the next generation is that there is more, you know, that there's a God-given purpose that we all have, and that's something that you can hold on to, and that, you know, just Jesus is calling, so come to him and don't be ashamed of it.
I would say that God is not some random thing to reference, some ghost or some figure that's not attainable. He's a real, genuine person that wants to have a relationship with you. And that if every young person understood that they were created on purpose, with purpose, I think a lot of the issues that you see in our community and in every community would really look different. But it's a lot of young people I see out here, especially on the streets in Detroit, that just don't live life like they matter or anything else matters. And if they knew how much they matter, especially to God, I think that's the best thing we can leave them with, is that message, because it's true.
Man, tell these people where they could find y'all, where they could tap in with y'all, because these gyms need to be set out for everybody, because man, it's crazy,
bro.
Appreciate it.
Spotify and Apple Music, it's RND. On YouTube and Instagram, it's RND313 Music. And then on TikTok, it's RND6635.
Yep. We on everything. SoundCloud, we on Tidal, we on the stuff that you ain't never heard of, but we on there. You
We're
feel
gonna
me?
be on Bandcamp soon.
Yay,
Support your
Bandcamp
local
soon.
artists, man.
Most
That's what
definitely.
this Spotify
That was
stuff.
R&D, two faces of the mission to uplift, inspire, glorify God through hip hop and spoken word. Check out the full performance on behind the scenes footage right now at Urban Grind TV. Thanks for watching. Keep it up. Man. Keep it up.
When the grind never quits, power up with Volt Energy Drink. Feel the surge of natural guarana caffeine and cane sugar that kicks your hustle into overdrive. From early morning brainstorms to intense workouts, Volt keeps your focus razor sharp and your energy unstoppable. Choose from Yellow Energy Guarana flavor, Blue Energy Blueberry, and Dark Energy Berries flavor, each one packed with clean energy. No jitters, no crash, just sustained power to help you own every moment. Volt Energy Drink, ignite the charge, fuel the grind. Whether you're hustling at the desk, hitting the gym, or chasing your next big idea, Volt has your back. Volt Energy Drink, drink up and follow at Volt Energy USA. Available now at Pete's Market, Rio Valley Market, Farmer's Best Market, Fiesta Market, and Oak Farms Market.
Yo, what up, though, everybody? We are R&D. This is Renegade, and I'm Damari, and we about to start off with this thing that we call We Stupid. We go stupid with the movement, we hyphy with all the shooters. I'm teaching all y'all the students, the bay is where we get
foolish.
This beat got beat abusive, that's still super conducive for bars that lead to conclusions that R&D is the unit to
move with.
Cause this music's got messages full of riches. Started calling me prophet, proclaiming things so prolific. People telling me stop it, they can never get that picture like cameras with no optics. They truly missing the image.
Oaktown, where it go down, all the bay know now. Kids on the corner with the coke and they coat. How is we supposed to grow when our roots
In the tree, though.
They going be stray mom
For the green, though.
Got the heat, nothing foul when I reach. Tire screech, peace breach when they creep, and you peep their peace peak. Got they jeans and they jeeps on the streets trying to leave you in the sheets.
Sheesh.
Yo, D-Lux, let's go, man. Play that.
Think they spazzing on the beat.
Got them gassed up.
Say they carrying the heat.
Got them gassed up.
Fake J's on the beat.
Got them gassed up.
Want meals like they meat.
Man, they got them gassed up. Hey, gassed up. Gassed up. Gassed up. Man, they got them gassed up. Gassed up. Gassed up. Gassed up. Man, they got them gassed up. Hey.
Let me tell you what it mean, they get gassed up. Thinking that you kill a beat, then you act up. Homies lying, got you thinking you can act tough. Got you big-headed, guessing you like a
Mack truck.
saying that you put the city on your back when you really in the burbs
Getting litty on the track.
all your money from Monopoly, you stingy with the cash Mustang that you can't afford the gritty for.
Stack.
Lil homies got you geeking, turning up on the weekend. Got you thinking that you cheesing, ain't no paper cause you feeling for some fake clout. Gotta hear it from the bay now.
West Coast on the beat, tracks you couldn't lay down.
Hey,
West side.
think they spazzing on the beat.
Got them gassed up.
Say they carrying the heat.
Got them gassed up.
Fake J's on the feet.
Got them gassed up.
Want meals like they meat.
Man, they got them gassed up. Hey, gassed up. Gassed up. Gassed up. Man, they got them gassed up. gassed up, gassed up, gassed up, man, they got them gassed up. Ayy, better change, cause these days is too short. Ayy, better pray for your body get sore. Dre, finish the race, gas pedal to the floor. Stage, my pen stayed in the street, got rapport. James, keep the faith, never really been a fake. I'ma make myself a plate in a place full of hate. Building bridges, Golden Gate, Warrior, Golden State. Good news, boy, Michael Tate. Flow on fire like LA, not the fire from the lake. Flow cold like the waves in my lane in the state. All gas, no brakes, no E, Califo, no O's. Go nuts, donuts, sideshows, nose clean, God knows. No blow, ride slow, real low, yo. Got them gassed up.
Say they carrying the heat.
Got them gassed up.
Fake chains on the feet.
Got them gassed up.
Want meals like they meat.
Man, they got them gassed up. Ayy, gassed up, gassed up, gassed up. Man, they got them gassed up, gassed up, gassed up, gassed up. Man, they got them gassed up. Ayy, from LA to the Bay.
Hey, yo, Renegade.
What up, though?
Hey, tell them why you completely devoted to Jesus.
Man, the reason why I'm completely devoted to this music ministry is because God saved me from a life full of brokenness and addiction. He gave me life and life more abundantly, you feel me?
Amen to that.
Hey, man, listen to this. Yo. Hey, what does it profit a prophet to be pursuing the prophets? Can make deposits in coffins. This revelation ain't shocking. Just wanna be where my God is. Y'all call a woman a goddess. What's got us living ungodly?
The city stacking the body.
The streets no longer fight with their arms. When they fight, they armed like the army. That's why I got the full armor on. I fight for the real G.
That's real G.
I can feel his presence. It's on me. It's on me. I'm the least in the body of Christ. Paid the price. He took the spikes thrice in the feet once, in the wrist twice. A concern with the wrist ice. Fact is, without Christ, your life on thin ice. Tell me what you gon' do when it crack like the sky when he coming back. Ain't no running back.
Ain't no running back.
Listen to this line. He opened the gap. He went before, just follow behind. The play been designed.
That was overly dedicated. Then I'm a born sinner trying to get emancipated from stagnation. My temptation's been aggravated by the promise of these luxury straps.
The devil's laying.
The evils of Lucy, forbidden fruit that's cultivated by desires laid bare in the soil forever.
Changing.
So something new was planted in my heart when it awakened. Now my grind cannot be stopped.
Nothing's big enough for containment.
I'll ride my way out, not from Jupiter, not from Venus. I might just go from sellout to selling out these arenas. I might just swim with sharks while I'm going out off the deep end. But that's what happens when you start claiming the blood of
Jesus.
And pledge your allegiance not to Congress but to the kingdom. Gather Christian service on purpose, ain't nothing equal. Won't sell my soul for thousands and thousands, not for religion. Instead I live my life and spend it free and all my people.
For real. Hey, yo, D.
What up, though?
Why are you completely devoted to this music ministry, man?
Man, God saved me from a life of depression and suicidal thoughts, from anxiousness, from worthlessness, and he gave me a purpose and a passion. And now I can be completely devoted for Jesus for all eternity. Amen.
Amen, man. Appreciate Urban Grind TV, baby.
Step onto the stage at Urban Grind Studios, featuring a professional TV set with a full stage, dynamic lighting, and top-tier production capabilities. Whether you're filming a show, recording content, or creating high-quality visuals, we've got the setup to bring your vision to life. We also offer a state-of-the-art podcast studio with a Rodcaster Pro, professional mics, and in-studio monitors for flawless sound. Need crystal-clear wireless audio? Our professional-grade Saramonic wireless audio system with 4 microphones ensures top-quality sound for any production. Our photography studio is perfect for headshots, brand shoots, and content creation with premium lighting and backdrops. Need to record music or voiceovers? Our on-site recording studio is available for high-quality productions. Expand your reach with podcast distribution, TV and radio packages, and exclusive content placement services. And we keep it comfortable, with a fridge stocked for guests, easy parking, and a designated smoking area. Book your session today. Call 1-888-380-1913 or visit urbangrindtv.com.
What's going on? It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music is My Business from Urban Grind TV. I'm here to announce my brand new book is out. It's available everywhere books are sold. It's titled Music is My Business, the ultimate startup guide to the music business. You can check it out at musicbusinessebook.com, Amazon Books, Barnes & Nobles, and everywhere that books are sold. And it will help you turn your love for music into a sustainable career. Check us out, musicbusinessebook.com. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Urban Grind TV Spotlight, your front row pass to the freshest voices in hip hop. This is brought to you by the Midwest's longest running hip hop TV show with 28 awards and counting. I'm your host, Wally Locker III, aka Mr. Music is My Business. And we are streaming live from our YouTube channel, Urban Grind TV, and you'll be able to catch this episode on an upcoming show on Comcast and Astound TV, on our streaming apps, Apple TV, Fire TV, and Roku Television. We have an amazing guest tonight. Today's spotlight shines a spotlight on Houston-bred, Austin-based Yola 24. He's an independent force whose sound fuses the grit of the classic Cash Money anthems with soul-stirring trap. He's been writing rhymes in and out the walls since 1996 and dropping projects like Nightmare on Gar Creek, Volume 1 and 5, igniting crowds, opening up for Boosie, finesse, and uplifting his community through music-driven mentorship. Get ready, let's dive in with Yola 24 as he takes us behind the beats, behind the bars, and into the heart of the hustle. Man, welcome Yola. How you
What's
feeling,
up?
man?
I'm feeling all right.
Tap in. Man, well, thank you for taking out some time to join us, man. Here on the Artist Spotlight, we love to tap in, introduce our audience to new artists, new spotlights, new entertainers from around the world. As you know, we stream in 83 countries. We're reaching over 1 million impressions a week, and we're just really happy to have you on the show. So let's get right into it. Yes, let's dive right into it. In one sentence, who is Yola 24 to someone who's just hearing your name for the first time?
Well, if you just to hear my name, Yola 24 is an authentic person out of the off La Yola in Austin, Texas area. I speak nothing but the real and nothing but the testament.
Nice. Okay, what was the first song or moment that made you think, you know what, I'm gonna make music?
Well, when I was incarcerated, one of the my cellie was one of the famous artists. He's a part of Cash Money, or was it BG, aka B Jizzle.
Oh, nice.
So we used to sit in there and rap and stuff all night. That's how we would do some of our time and get it away. And he would always tell me like I need to go on and go pro with it or do it for real because I had talent. So first thing when I get out, I was gonna try to make my mark the real way. Cause sometimes we got talent, we don't never show it. We just always keep it in the car or, just local, or people be like, oh yeah, he got something, but he need to do something. So I really put an effort to try to make myself known to the world.
That's a really amazing story. Would you go as far as saying that like he provided some form of mentorship for you in music?
Yes. He provided a lot of mentorship for me and really it kept me like sane. So I had something to do when I get out, like something to look forward to.
We're getting some smoke in the camera. That's a really, really amazing story. That is one that is not so unique. Have you guys managed to keep in touch since he's been out?
Now, since he's been out, when I did the song Moving, he was in, and then he had got out. I think it's so much that stuff been going on, he haven't been able to reach out, or I haven't been able to bump across him. But if we see each other, it would be something different. But I haven't had no contact from him other than social media. I done sent a couple texts to him, but I know at his status and all his followers, it's probably hard to read all that.
Absolutely. So if you were to say one thing to him, if he was to watch this interview and he sees it later on, what's one thing that you would want the world to know about BG?
That he's a real person. All that he's taught is no cap. Some people be in this industry be all cap. They have no authenticity or never really been through the struggle. So I can say that he's not cap. He's not no fake gangster, no studio gangster, how we put it. He's definitely authentic.
That's amazing. Well, now we got to get back to Yola 24. You grew up in the Austin's Lakeside 24.
Yes.
Talk about what that is, and how did that neighborhood shape your sound and shape your hustle?
Well, the neighborhood is where I grew up, man. It's like the trenches, man. It's like it's you can't anybody just walk through there. You know, you can't get caught in the projects when it's dark, cause you know it's just crazy like that. So to survive, to be able to survive that, you got to have the heart of a lion. You know, so I'm
The
definitely
24, what is
speaking
that?
nothing but
Is it on
yeah.
24th Street or does that mean
No, the
something?
24 is the zip code. You know, it's 78724. So and we go by zip codes in the city of Austin.
Okay, so shout outs, man. Okay, the 24. All right, I get
And
it.
and Laola is the neighborhood.
Nice. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's homage to the neighborhood that you come from. Definitely speaking your truth. And how does that neighborhood shape? You said it's the trenches. How does that shape your sound and your image today?
Well,
You named yourself.
it it gives me something to look at and something to tell about because the story is supposed to be sold. You know what I'm saying?
Not told. I hear
Be
that.
sold, not told. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely in it.
So we were diving into that. We were talking about in and out of the walls. And you said
Yeah.
you sat down, you did some time and you were actually in there with celebrity artist BG from Cash Money. What did those lessons from your early freestyle sessions teach you?
It taught me that everybody's all equal. Like we all the same people. Like, and when you got your chance, you got to take advantage of it when you get your moment.
And I think this is your moment, man. You've been
Yeah.
grinding. You got a lot of momentum going into the quarter as we're opening up now. Now your sound is said to blend Cash Money grit with soul stirring rat trap. Now the Cash Money, the influence comes from BG, correct?
Yeah.
That's to say. And how do you balance those two worlds when you're creating music?
Well, when I create my music, I already got that kind of style anyway. So it's just like it would be like how you would say like a match made in or when you go up to it like an even match, because that's definitely what it happens. Is like if it will fall all into place. Just say like right now, if Cash Money was to come sign me, give me a deal, it would be the perfect placing because my style and my sound already is in that direction anyway. And I think it came naturally because that's how our neighborhood is kind of like similar to where they come from. It's like the same place, but in two different cities. So I think that's the authentic with my style. If I could put it all in a box.
Well, that's the thing. I don't really think you can be put inside a box. I think you've got a really unique flavor and personality, man. I've had the opportunity to just start working with you very shortly, and we've been taking care of business. Now, I want to do a deep dive into the Nightmare on Gar Creek. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, well, see, the Nightmare on Guard Creek is my story of my life. Like when how it all started and how it's ended. If I would have people put the money behind me, I can do every video from the beginning to the end, and it would be telling like a story because that's where I'm from, how it all started, from my parents. Like if you listen to my music, I'm really telling the story from me as a kid to the adult, through the pen, and through life. It's like it's just all it's a abundance of authentic truth of life of Gar Creek. Gar Creek is the street that I was raised on.
Mm. Now, if you were to give us like a snapshot of what that is like, because obviously you've got a really complex, seems like interesting story. What would it be like? What would stand out from this story?
Shit, what would stand out would be me. I got my boy with me right here, Buffalo Sensei.
Oh, we live from the dojo. I think it's real.
Real. You see, 4 wounds. He was shot.
With
You know.
47 on Guard Creek is real deal. Like
Yeah.
ain't nothing fake. It's
So
all
like it's like Tetris is out there. It's like every day. So I'm giving this movement. I'm giving my style to show y'all that I'm trying to make it out of this.
And let them know we live from the dojo. Bed bugs to plugs, nigga. Make sure you hear that.
Hey,
Bed bugs to
bed bugs
plugs.
to
Nigga, we live
plugs.
from the dojo, nigga. Bed bugs
Yeah.
to plugs.
That's my right hand man. Like, and when we did that song "Moving," that was our first song that we had did when we got in the studio, and it was it was so real because it was freestyle. It was off the top of the dome, and we was both in the booth at the same time. It was a one take shot, and with the video, it was the same thing because the cameraman really was just following us around, and we was just having a moment. And so when I look back at that video, and then I get all them compliments on it, I'm like, whoa, that's crazy how, you know what I'm saying, realism, authentic is the key. Like, people like that, you know, because it wasn't nothing scripted or nothing in that video.
Man, that's amazing. If you're just joining us on YouTube Live right now, we are tapping in with Houston-bred, Austin-based Yola 24, man. Hey, yo, man, this guy's
Buffalo
got
Sensei too. And Buffalo
Yeah.
Sensei. I'm live in the dojo. We
Hey,
here, man. What's
Sensei.
going on?
Actually, we saw a clip from the video. Is right now on our Instagram at Grind TV. We got a clip up from the video. So I want to talk about which lyric or hook from that project is your personal favorite and why.
Never retire.
The one when I was saying, like, I had told the feds I'd never retire.
I'm up like a vampire.
I'm up like a vampire. Like, some people might think that, like, I'm saying I'm a real vampire or whatever, but it was just like a metaphor saying that I'm up on game. Like, I'm up on game. I'm 2 steps ahead of you. So that's one of the ones that I like on that flow. Then I like the one when I say certified gangster, I shoot right through your teeth. Then I also like the part when I say I'm trying to see this through legitimate eyes. I'm trying to see how this world will do through the corporate eyes, like through the corporate mind. Like, you know, I'm not only just want to be a rapper. Like, I'm like, my mind is so ready to see more and to do more that I need to see it from another point of view.
All right. So without incriminating yourself, I can ask the case when you sat down, was that a Fed case? Because you mentioned the feds in your lyrics.
Yes, that was a Fed
so
case.
I want to ask you, so like a P. Diddy, I want to ask your opinion because I got like my barber and a few other people that sat down and did like 20 plus years Fed time. Was that a win for Puff Daddy with getting acquitted of most of the
Yeah, that was a win. That was definitely a win, because in that situation, that what P. Diddy is really locked up for, you know, not to be in anybody's business and stuff, but what stays in the closet need to be in the closet. Y'all get out that man's closet, because if y'all gonna arrest a man for something in his closet, you might as well dig up Hugh Hefner, arrest him, you know, because this stuff been going on. You know, me and my mom, we sit down and watch that whole trial. And she's from the times before me, so she sits up and tell me all these type of parties, like the president himself used to throw those type of parties. You know, my mom was a very popular person in her day, but she just out the way right now. So she feels like that is automatic slavery. Like, just get out of that man's closet, because all this stuff been going on. So now she feels like they locking him up for nothing. Like, that's really, he didn't really do nothing wrong, because y'all allowed him to do it for so long. But as soon as I don't do nothing that y'all approve of, now y'all want to lock me up. So it's just to show you that the slavery of the game, or the people that's full tower over you. Like,
well, it's just called leverage. It's like anybody.
Leverage, yeah.
There was leverage, and you know, the more leverage you can build. So I want to move to the stage energy and some of your memorable moments. So on stage, you ignite every crowd. What is your ritual right before you hit the lights, before you go and step out, and you're backstage or on the way? Do you have a certain ritual?
Oh man, I do got a certain ritual. It's a song by Michael Jackson that what song is that we always play? We get crunk off of? That Billie Jean. That's it is. That's Billie Jean. Sometimes I get brain farts, and my man right here, Buffalo, he always gonna pick me up. Yeah, we get crunk off Billie Jean. Billie Jean is like, it's might get us going, cause like we have some type of cosmetic energy. Like, when we finna go on stage and go on show, or we on the road, like everything we touch is lighting up. Like the Billie Jean video, like everybody we run into, they like this like, I did a show in New York when back in the game, and what's the artist name? What's her name? B.I. She's like famous now. She was famous, but her name is B.I.A. I just came. I remember she was there on the showcase with us, and now she's up. You know what I'm saying? And I met her, and she like, I talked to her, and she she showed me my way through.
Just one person at a time.
She showed me my way through New York when I was up there, and now she's famous. So I'm like, dang, once I meet her, now if I would have stayed with Whoop the Whoop, or we would have stayed connected, I would have been up there with her.
Yeah, I can only hear one person at a time for recording.
All right.
Tell us about a wild moment
That
or
was
something
Junior.
that happened you would never forget. What's a wild moment you would never forget?
Huncho, what's his name? And the other guy I met in Atlanta, when I was in Atlanta, Huncho, the Huncho guy that was Keisha Cole's boyfriend. That guy right there. He also was in the showcase with me when I had did a show in Atlanta and we was kicking it. So I'm like, dang, I got that touch or just that whoever I meet, once I meet them, they take off. Like I'm like, I think I got that type of luck or hinge on me. Like I
got that touch.
That touch, yeah. Like on the Billie Jean video, if you watch him, he touch a cat, it turned into a tiger. He touch a pole, it turned into it light up. He walking on the sidewalk, it's lighting up. That's the type of energy I think I bring to this earth.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, you've partnered with your mom. This is about your community work. You've partnered with your mom to uplift the Austin's Boys and Girls Club. What's the biggest reward you've seen from that work?
Well, when my mom, she's at the Boys and Girl Club, I go up there and teach the kids how to play basketball. Because growing up in that day, I was a good basketball, but I ended up getting in trouble and messing up with my scholarship, but I was a basketball star. I was very, very good in basketball. So I give that gift to the kids at the Boys and Girl Club. I go up there and train them how to do layups, some of them how to do shots, and give them certain type of drills and mentor them about certain things in life. Like when you got your way, take your path first. Don't, all this stuff is gonna be here. Like I tell them, for instance, like I use myself as an example. The world gonna keep going, and all this stuff is gonna be here. So you don't settle out just for something for a quick drip.
I can't tell you how invaluable that your experience and your knowledge and everything is gonna be for younger people, because a lot of times younger people don't always have guidance or the proper guidance, and for you to speak on something and want to give back definitely speaks on what an amazing person you are. Beyond music, you're a motivational speaker worldwide. What's one story that you would share with us that moves an audience? What's one that you share with people and they're like, you know what, that's a great story?
I would tell them the story about, let me sit here and think. I would tell them the story about when I was working for Tesla, right? When I came home, I had a job from Tesla, and I was so good of an accountant. I used to count I was an inventory monitor, so I was the head of all the inventory, and then they had to release a few people because of their background or whatever. But when the people still see me today, some of the co-workers and stuff, that had the good records and stuff, they still explain that how they still need people like me because they job is not going well ever since they let me go. I had put that on my page the other day. I ran into one of my co-workers, my ex-co-workers. He was in the drop top, and he was telling me like, oh man, I can't wait till they make it where they can't fire felons and stuff like that because we still miss you. We still need you at the job. It ain't been the same since you've been there. And I haven't worked there in over almost 2 to 3 years. But they still like applaud me when they see me for the good job that I had did for Elon Musk when I did work for him.
Well, that's pretty amazing. Definitely speaks to your character and your hard work, which definitely comes through in the music. I want to ask you about a dream collaboration. Who would a dream collabo be? Tell me.
Well, like I was saying, like to take my style, like how everybody compare me to Cash Money, that would be the dream collaboration. That for me to go back home, like me to get released under Cash Money, that would be like the picture perfect, the end of the movie. You have to say the critics will have to come on then if that would happen.
Cash Money. Well,
Cash Money. Because everywhere I go, every time I do that, I get like how y'all ain't the only ones that compare me to that.
That's amazing. And listen, we got to keep working on that, and we're going to speak that into existence. Definitely going to send them the interview, right? Let's send them the interview, tap in. We're going to make it go so people see it and it's just one of those things that'll happen organically. You've been incredible. What's one message that you want every viewer, every listener to take away from your interview?
Motivate your family, your friends, your circle, your city. It's all about motivation. Since these times since I've been home, it seems like everybody's out to deteriorate one another. But really, we got to motivate each other because we falling right into the plan of the from the other side for us to tear each other down. But we supposed to build each other's up. And once we build each other up, we'll be unstoppable. Motivate one another.
Amazing message, man. Thank you so much. Everyone following, make sure you go follow my man at YOLAEGGY on Instagram.
Yola 24,
Sensei live from the dojo, bed bugs to plugs. And
Bed
when
bugs
you
to
want to
plugs.
fall, you don't sweat the small.
That's right.
Straight up.
And stream Nightmare on Guard Creek Volume 1 and 5 on all platforms. Make sure you stay tuned. We're going to be doing a TV premiere of some new visuals and this interview right here. Shout out to Volt Energy Drink for powering today's session. Ignite your charge and fuel the grind. That's a wrap right here on the Urban Grind TV Spotlight. My name is Wally, aka Mr. Music is My Business, and it's been my pleasure to be your host today. Make sure you follow us at Urban Grind TV on all social media.
Yeah, and one thing, Wally, one more thing before we go, Wally. When we in Chicago, we gonna come into the studios. I was kind of busy this time. I couldn't make it in there, but we will be in there once we show up in Shottown.
We're gonna get you guys when you come in. We're gonna have you do a live performance of one of the joints for us too, man.
Man, I'ma love to do that.
Yeah, we're gonna rock.
So we get that lined up. I'm gonna be saving up to go on through my trips and stuff. Put that on my calendar. So make sure you shoot me that, cause I'm definitely ready.
No, we're gonna make that happen, man. It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music is My Business, right here with Urban Grind TV. Make sure you tap in with us at urbangrindtv.com.